Crescendo happening February 22nd. This is a Riyadh season card, and I have some of the fighters here to have a fiery discussion. This is Ring Magazine's final note ahead of the fight. How you guys doing?
Good.
Y'all so calm, y'all so chilled, y'all focused, but we got to get right to the meat and potatoes. I want to start with the Undisputed World Light Heavyweight Championship. In October, Arthur, I have to say this is the first time that it ended in points. You winning in points. How do you feel about Bivol messing up your 100% ratio of a knockout?
I'm okay. Important to win, you know.
Important to win. Okay. Now, Bivol, what do you think about his saying you kind of got lucky, not getting knocked out?
I told before. Can you hear me? Yeah?
You're a little low, but it's okay. I can hear you a little bit.
You know, it depends how we look at it. I'm not sure that I was lucky at some point. At some point, I was lucky. You know, if I was lucky, I would win this fight. And at the same time, I had to work harder to be lucky.
What do you feel that's going to be different in this fight?
Different date, different position. Like now, I don't have a belt, and I wanna get my belt.
Now, Arthur, how do you feel about winning? Do you feel like you're going to get a knockout this time, or any means necessary?
You know, I never focus for knockout or something. Like I try to prepare for 100%, and I will do my best.
Awesome. Now, I also want to ask you, Bivol, he had a kind of humble response to the decision, even though some people say it was controversial at the end. How do you feel? What's your reaction to that, him having a humble reaction and also not actually complaining about the points? He kind of just took it on the chin.
You know, I'm not thinking about these things. Like, I do training, you know.
Yeah, I understand that. Thank you. Now let's move on to Parker-Dubois versus Dubois. So Joseph, I want to start with you. Daniel, he kind of had this newfound confidence, you would say. Starting off, he was kind of a little in your shell, right, Daniel? Is that safe to say? But now he's kind of more confident. And do you think this is an act, or you think it's to sell the fight? What do you think?
I think it's great. I think it's great that he's got this confidence, and rightly so because of the performances he put on, the last 3 performances, and all ending in stoppages. So it's great to see this confidence and this belief in himself, and that's what I want. I want the best Daniel Dubois there is, the champion of the world. In order for me to become champion of the world, I want to beat him.
Awesome. Daniel, do you think, Parker, he hasn't fought in a while, How are you feeling about that, him not fighting? I mean, he's on a hot streak, but he hasn't fought in a while. How are you feeling going into the fight?
No, I'm feeling really, really good, really ready. I'm ready to show up, I'm trained out, so I'm ready, I'm ready to entertain. This is entertainment business, and I'm ready to entertain.
Now, what were you thinking at the end of the Fury versus Usyk fight to get in there and say, hey, I'm ready? What was going through your mind when that happened?
This is just show business, You got to make the fights happen if you can, and I'm a world champion now, and this is nothing new. I don't know why everyone's making a big deal out of it.
Well, the reason why I think people are making it a big deal, because you had this fight with Joseph Parker, and it's like, well, hold on, what's going on? You're already calling Usyk out.
It's the sport of boxing. This is what you do.
Now, Joseph, how do you feel? Do you feel like he's overlooking the fight, or you honestly think it's a little bit of entertainment there?
He is smart enough, himself and his team, to know that there's a big challenge in front of him. I have done, like all the fighters here, I've done absolutely everything there is to prepare for this fight. There's nothing more I could have done. So I am ready to go down, on the 22nd of February as a new champion of the world.
All right. And how do you feel about that, Daniel? He's that confident.
Yeah, I don't predict the future, but I'm just ready to fight, ready to defend my belt.
Awesome. I also want to know, what did you think about Parker's performance in the fight against Anthony Joshua?
That's a few years back now, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you study that tape, or you?
It's a nip and tuck fight. It was a good fight.
Yeah, I mean, you knocked out Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not reading too much into that. I'm ready to go, ready to rumble.
you're just ready to go. All right, I love that. All right, let's go to you, Floyd. I want to ask you, why did you take this fight other than any other fights?
I just feel like just to test myself. That was really it. You know, I had a lot of comments saying I'm just doing it for the money. And, you know, it sounds good, but, you know, at the end of the day, boxing is all about challenges. So, you know, I just want to challenge myself against the best.
So, Shakur, do you think Schofield's team was telling him maybe, hey, maybe this is not the time, you shouldn't take this fight?
Yeah, they told him that, and I think he should have listened.
So how do you feel about that? So what was up with that? You now coming to the first conference. Shakur told me that you might be a little scared, a little nervous to see him in person. What's going on with that?
I mean, I had passport issues. I couldn't get on the plane. I mean, I was upset myself. You know, it was going to be my first time in London. I was excited, but, passport issues, stuff went wrong in the camp, so I couldn't make it.
Now, speaking of issues, I saw some stuff on social media, and it was a whole thing about drug testing and stuff like that. With both of you guys, can y'all answer, is that all sorted and that's all cleared and got that straight?
I think his dad just makes up new things on social media every day, but I've been drug tested, he has been drug tested, so, they just like good at lying. They like to lie to the fans and, not tell the truth.
So any predictions between you two, like any knockouts?
I'm coming out victorious.
Okay.
I got to say, I'm coming out victorious, of course. I mean, it's what we train for, so.
I love that. Hamza, I want to get to you now. Why did you take this fight against Carlos? Because, you could have did another fight to get 2 belts, but this one is only for 1.
Yeah, this was after the Amma Williams fight. This was a fight that was I was in position for. So there was negotiations going on, and here we are.
Awesome. And Carlos, what do you think about your opponent Hamza as you're sitting across from him? What do you see and what are your thoughts on him?
Hey.
¿Qué piensas?
Del oponente tuyo, ¿cómo tú ves la pelea?
Es un buen oponente, pero no creo capaz que me pueda vencer. Pero va a ser una buena pelea.
It's a great opponent, so it's gonna be a good fight.
And do you think he was actually ducking Yannick Beck?
¿Ah?
Él dice que si tú crees que él iba, él te iba a ir de la pelea.
No, creo que no. Creo que él va a pelear conmigo la noche entera, pero no va a poder vencerme.
¿Cómo?
No va a poder vencerme.
He said it's gonna be a good fight, pero he's not gonna beat me. He's not gonna beat me Saturday night.
All right, Hamza, Adames, he's going to become your 15th consecutive knockout. That's what somebody told me in your camp. That's what's going to happen. Is that your plan?
That's the plan. That is the plan. If you ask any of these fighters, no one really goes to look for the knockout. Do you know what I mean? No one goes to look for it. But at the end of the day, we're going there to put on a performance, and that's the main thing. And just to be here amongst all these fighters, I'm in a blessed position. And I can only thank His Excellency for that.
Thank you. Now, I want to go ahead and switch gears to Ortiz. If you doubt Medvediev pulled out, he pulled out against Bahak, right? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, there isn't really much to think about. I'm just worried about my career. I don't care about other people who are outside of this fight. I'm focused on Medvediev, and that's what we're here for.
Awesome. Now, when it comes to fighting Medvediev, what is your technique? I know you don't want to give too many secrets, but what is your thought going into this fight?
Can you repeat the question?
Oh, I know you don't want to give your techniques, but what is your plan going into this fight?
Израиль, какой у тебя... Мы знаем, что ты не хочешь раскрывать всех секретов, но примерно какой у тебя план на бой?
План?
Да. Если ты можешь что-то сказать по этому поводу.
Выиграть надо все и...
Погромче говорить чуть.
Выиграть надо все, и мы для этого подготовились хорошо. И хороший бой показать надо все. И выиграющим.
The only thing that I can tell you that, I just need to win. I have a good preparation, so of course I'm not going to to tell any secrets and any plan for that.
Awesome. So, you've been training, all you guys have been training. How long have you been in your camp? I want to go to Bivol. How long have you been in your camp here in Riyadh? Because I know the fights are starting to become a little later and later being here in Saudi Arabia.
I came here on Thursday. Yeah, I'm here since Thursday.
All right, awesome. And what is your plan on the fights becoming later? And are you taking a nap before the fight? What's going on with that?
No, usually I'm training at daytime. All my life I was training at daytime, and close to the fight, just a couple of weeks, I'm training evening time. That's
awesome.
it.
Arthur, for you, when it comes to being I call you a knockout artist. When it comes to being a knockout artist, it seems like you really, even though that's kind of your reputation, it seems like you don't really care about getting a knockout. You just want to get the win. Where does that come from? Where does that heart come from? Where you're like, I just want to win. I don't want to knock out. Because some people, I feel like some fighters, they want to have a little showmanship there where the knockout is a great thing.
No, I'm more focused for boxing skills, and I want to be a good boxer one day. I'm going to this target,
Awesome. Daniel, I want to come back to you. Obviously, you have this fight with Joseph Parker, and when it comes to thinking ahead, right? What is your plans after Joseph Parker? Because you said you're going to win. You already know that's going to happen. So, what is your plans after that?
I'm not predicting the future. I'm just ready for Saturday, ready for a fight.
Awesome. I love that. You guys are so serious. I feel like I'm the only one smiling here. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Shakur. So you're the one that's giving me some spice, giving me some real sauce right now in the ring right now. Can you tell me a little bit more, like, where do you see your opponent? Is it a loss of respect? It seems like you're calling out his dad. You're calling out everybody. Is it loss of respect there?
Yeah, I don't got no respect for him. I think that they've been trolling and playing like internet games for a long time. So now we here, they got to stand on everything they said.
Awesome. And Floyd, how are you feeling about him calling you out, having, playing some internet games?
I mean, if anything, he's the one Twitter's in. That's what everybody call him. I don't go online. I don't be online. My dad do all the trolling, He the one who get the fight, so. Like I said, Saturday we got a fight.
But do you ever tell your dad, like, hold on, chill out, like I need to focus on the fight?
Nah, not really. I don't really pay attention to it. Like, I don't go on Instagram, Twitter, none of that. I mean, sometimes I'm like, Dad, look, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill a little bit, but I just let him do him. I mean, without him, I wouldn't be in this position to have this fight, so.
Awesome. Thank you. I want to jump to Joseph. So you have been on a hot streak. Is it safe to say Saudi Arabia is like your good luck charm?
I like Saudi Arabia. I like it here. I've had good success, myself and the team, Andy Lee, George Lockhart, and I'm ready to do it again. And then after this fight, I'm going to go on holiday, have some fun, enjoy myself, spend time with the family, drink some coconuts and eat some mangoes.
Awesome. I love that. Hamza, how you have this fight coming up against Carlos. When you see him as an opponent or standing in front of you, what do you see in terms of a fighter? Feel free to get down and dirty and be honest.
I've always been someone who's been respectful, so you won't really get much trash talk out of me. It's just the way I've always conducted myself that way. But he's a world champion for a reason. And it's going to prove a tough test Saturday night, but one that I'm ready for.
All right, awesome. Yeah. Carlos, he's showing you a lot of respect right now. He won't take the bait. But for you, when you look at Hamza, how do you feel about him as a fighter in front of you?
Te está dando el respeto. ¿Y qué tú crees que cuando llega el día de la pelea, qué es lo que tú piensas de él como oponente?
También lo respeto. Él ha sido un joven que ha luchado y se ha posicionado entre los primeros. O sea, tiene mi respeto también porque ya está aquí y para enfrentarme a mí sé que tiene que tener gran calidad. Pienso que va a ser un buen combate.
He said he got a lot of respect for the opponent. He's here. He earned the respect because he's here. We're gonna fight. So he's gonna fight me. So he had to, bring the A game to the Saturday night.
I love that. Now, Virgil, I'm looking at your face, man. You've been mean mugging the whole time. Is that focus or is that anger building?
I've been drawing this in my head for like the past 5 minutes. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I don't know so you're bored. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I'm listening, and I'm drawing this at the same time. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what am I going to see in the ring, man? Let's be honest.
What happened?
What am I going to see in the ring?
We're gonna
on Saturday.
Well, we're gonna see a great card. You know, I can't wait to watch everyone here, you know, showcase what they do best. And as far as my fight, it's gonna be a really good fight. You know, we've had some sparring in the past, and it's gonna be exciting.
All right, awesome, man. I want to thank all of you guys for stopping by Ring Magazine's Final Note. You guys have all been great. I wanted to see some punches tonight, but I guess I'm going to have to wait till February 22nd for the last crescendo. This is the Ring's Final Note.